Now, a UK watchdog says that British police need a cultural change in a bid to tackle ever snowballing claims of racism. Figures show black people are 7 times more likely to be searched by police on the street than white people. And as Tesa Arcilla found out, most of the time it's without any evidence.
One morning while driving to work, Nathan was stopped by the police and asked to step out of his car.
Aggressively he shouted, "I can smell cannabis in your car and you smell of cannabis." So I said to him, I think you're wrong because I don't even smoke cigarettes, let alone cannabis. A police lady was walking past me, so I said to her, do I smell of anything? And her reply was, "Let me just go and check your car."
Nathan says they grabbed his wrists, at which point he started getting angry.
It was only when I got back to the police station when they told me exactly why I'd been pulled over. They said it was doing 15 or 40.
A speeding?
Yeah, so what that's got to do with being strip searched, I don't really know.
Nathan's experience is just one of numerous other stories of black and minority ethnic youths who feel they've been unfairly targeted or treated by police. A sentiment that's fueled riots in the past. Home Secretary Theresa May ordered the police watchdog to conduct its first ever study into the use of stop and searches and deemed it 1 in 4 were unlawful, warning that black and minority ethnic groups were stopped more than white people. Janet Hills, a detective at the Metropolitan Police Service, says she's been stopped herself and more times than she's personally used the power on other people.
I've been stopped and searched in my time, and again, the way I view it is that whenever I've used the power, it's all been about the intelligence around stopping an individual, not just because they just happen to be hanging on the street corner.
And of more than 1 million stop and searches recorded each year, only about 9% result in an arrest, which the Home Secretary described as, quote, far too low for comfort. Many of the people we've spoken to don't have a problem in theory with the stop and search powers of the police, but the problem arises in individual cases when people walk away feeling like they've been on the receiving end of injustice and the repercussions these experiences may have.
It can have a very negative impact if it's done in the wrong way, and it can make people feel humiliated, it can make them feel demeaned, it can leave very serious mental and emotional trauma if they feel they've been abused.
Which then creates resentment, and then the trust and confidence that the community should have in the police is lost.
In response to a report by the Independent Police Complaints Commission, which found that Scotland Yard is failing in the way it handles complaints of racism and discrimination, the Metropolitan Police sent us this statement.
We're determined to be less defensive and accept when we're not performing as well as we should be. It's powerful, showing the way we deal with complaints involving racism is letting down the public. We need to understand more about what we're doing wrong, as well as taking the best out of where we get it right.
I do realise that the police have a job to do, but then when you get pulled over about 9 times in 1 year, it does get a bit frustrating.
Are you still angry?
Well, yeah, when I think back on it, I do get angry, but I just try to get on with it, really. If I'm treated unfairly again, I can make sure I do take it further and do put in my complaint and see where it gets me.
Tesa Arcilla, RT, London.